Why, hello, sexy beasts! Hope you guys all had a wonderful Mother's Day celebration. Some of you are asking me how I spent the day with Mommy-o. On major holidays, my mother does not like to go out. So we decided to have the official Mother's Day dinner later this week. But I could not get her nothing for Mother's Day. So as part one of her gift, I got her flowers, which I arranged myself. Would you like to see? Oh look, it's springtime in my closet! We have 1, 2, and 3 sunflowers. And these white ones? I don't know what it is, but it smells really good. It smells like potpourri. All the flowers, they didn't fit in one vase, so I took the leftover ones and made a more minimalistic arrangement. It smells so good. And this one has like these little floral whiskers. That's what I like to call it. Do you guys ever feel guilty when you buy flowers? I mean, do flowers have feelings? Do they feel pain when you pick them? So in the last video, I was asking you guys what kind of content you want to see more of on my channel. And Catalina Park, one of our beloved viewers, was asking or saying, as for your content question, I think you should do some tags. Maybe the 20 things about me or something like that. So today we're gonna do a 25 facts about me tag video. Whoa! When did that flower, when did that flower grow on my wall? Maybe I should put it down here? Is it weird if I put it there? Maybe I should go like this. Does it look funny? Yeah, look, it kind of looks funny, but what ifs? Life goes on. Fact number 1, I'm left-handed. I'm an early morning person, but I'm also a very late night person. I feel the most happiest when I could wake up early as even 5 a.m. I love when the rest of the world is asleep and I could focus on my own thing. Of all the movie categories out there, I love indie films the most. The weirder the better, because the weird ones make you think. I watched Holy Motors and Into the Void, and at the end of the movie, I'm just like, what just happened? Instead of being like, oh, that's a movie, okay, now moving on with life, you're like, I can't move on with my life. I need to know what happened in that movie. Like, what does it all mean? But because indie films like that create a discussion, it opens up opportunity to talk about deeper things with family and friends. And while we're on the topic of movies, my favorite flicks are Time by Kim Ki-duk and Oasis by Lee Chang-dong. In my opinion, Oasis is the best love story ever. It's not about two hotties falling in love. It's about finding someone who's compatible with you, and regardless of their flaws, you accept them and you love them. Not all human beings like me, but all mosquitoes love me. I could be sleeping in a room with 4 other people, but I'm the only one who gets bitten. Oh, I love to rap. Oh, I'm not the best at it, but I'm pretty good at it when I practice. It was finals week in junior year of college, and I stayed up trying to memorize lyrics to Dead and Gone. Those lyrics were the last thing I'd see before I go to bed, and the first thing I'd read when I wake up in the morning. Ever had one where they wish we stayed home? You know how when you're young, you like to play house and pretend you're a mom and your friend is the dad? You just play different roles when you're growing up. So when I was about 5 years old, my friend and I were pretending that we were at a salon. First, I acted like I was a hair salonist, and I'd be like, I'd grab her hair and she was my customer. I'd be like, snap, snap, snap. I'd make my own sound effects. Snap, 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 snap. And then I lift the other hair up, snap, snap, snap. When we switched roles and I became her customer, she went like this and with real scissors, boosh, and cut off all my hair. Like it was like right around the top, and she left only like an inch of my hair. Okay, so for like a couple weeks after that, I had just like these stubs sticking up. That girl lost my trust. To this day, every other time I hang out with her, I think of that time. I was traumatized. It's funny how you can remember one short moment for the rest of your lifetime. And then for like longer phases in your life, you might barely even remember it. One of my fantasies is living on a coconut farm. The first wedding I went to was Armenian, which in my experience, it was like prom for adults. Typically at American weddings, female guests try not to outshine the bride. But my Armenian friend, the bride, she kept telling me, Mina, you gotta dress up, don't be afraid to wear a little bit flashy. So I kind of dressed up, but apparently I didn't dress up enough. When I entered the reception area to this Armenian wedding, whoa, like there are ladies wearing yellow, magenta, like bright blue, all sorts of colorful dresses. I kind of stood out because I was like one of the very few people, if not the only person, not wearing something a bit flashy. My favorite nightlife drink is whiskey. Neat. I usually like to go for Baker's or Booker's. They're both quite fiery, so you really gotta take your time to enjoy them. It's not something that you just wanna gulp. If you chug it down, you're really gonna feel like a fire-breathing dragon. I like to be efficient, so I like my drinks strong. I wanted to dress up as Little Mermaid when I was like 4 years old, but my mom made me be a pumpkin instead. I was aiming for that sexy concept, but my mom, she was like, no, you're gonna be cute. I like to live as minimal as possible. So even if I really want to buy something for myself, I try to talk myself out of it. I just don't want to be held down by stuff. I just want to be able to live light and live out of a luggage. Peekaboo! Just in case you're looking for that flower. As much as I really want to visit Australia, I'm also very scared. I once saw these pictures of huge spiders just hanging around in the toilets in Australia. Now, I don't know how often that happens, but whoa, I don't want to sit on a toilet when I go to Australia and then have my butt be bitten just as I'm about to take a mwah. For my viewers in Australia, how often do you see huge spiders in the toilet? One of my greatest fears is being in the comfort zone. When I start feeling like I'm getting too comfortable with life, I'll purposely do something to freak myself out. Whether that means traveling to a new place, especially by myself, or eating something I've never had before, or just trying something new. I once auditioned for Wheel of Fortune and was it X Factor? The Voice? Maybe it was American Idol. I don't even remember which vocal contest it was. I mean, there's so many of them. Growing up, I was very shy. I didn't like taking photos of myself. I always got stomach aches before I would do like a performance or I have to do a speech on stage. With age, I became more comfortable with the camera. It's probably because I became more accepting of who I am. And just knowing that nothing really is that big of a deal. It only becomes a bigger deal if you think it's a big deal. I have my phone on silent all the time. I have most of my app notifications turned off. So I don't even see the messages until I get into the app. I could get easily distracted. So if I have my phone on and the notifications like ding, 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 I'm like constantly checking it. So I can't focus on whatever at hand it is I'm focusing on. Whether it's meeting up with someone or I'm doing my work. There was a time people survived without cell phones. So it's definitely possible to be okay not knowing what's going on in this world and just completely detach yourself and focus on the task at hand. Only in the beginning of college did I start liking to eat vegetables. It was about a year after I graduated from college that I started eating vegetables more full-time. Before that, all I wanted to eat was meat, white rice, noodles, all that sugary stuff. Which is why I had really bad acne at that time. Speaking of acne, I used to break out so much when I was younger. I would try to count how many pimples are on my face, but I just lose count. I'd count up to like 18 big pimples, whiteheads included, and then I just lose track. There were just that many pimples on my face. Oh, I need to stretch. Oh, pyong! Previous fact leads to this next fact. I don't break nearly as much as I used to because now I eat a plant-based diet and I cut down my sugar intake. And I don't eat that much meat as much as before either. I majored in architecture. Although I'm not working in the industry anymore, I have a concept for my dream house already. There's gonna be a club in the basement and you're all invited to come over and party! I don't like durian, but I want to like it. And when there are opportunities to eat it, I will have a bite. And every time I eat durian, I like it 5% more than before. So by now I had durian about 3-4 times, so before I liked to like it like minus 10%, so now I like it 10%. Pyong! Final fact! A lot of people think I'm outgoing, and I am, but I actually have a very introverted side as well. I love people, but I need time away from them to regain my energy. I just gotta go to my inner temple sometimes, you know? Psst. Hey you guys. So while I was editing this video, I realized I forgot to film 2 facts. So here's 24 and 25. I don't like shopping, so I like when friends with good taste give me clothes for Christmas, or whatever the occasion. I like doing old school things, whether it be writing snail mail, tapping away on my typewriter, and looking at vintage photos. This photo was taken at Venice in the year 1923. 1923! And if you look closely, there's a grandma in a wheelchair. She's feeding pigeons. She thinks she's too cool to smile. I know I said before I don't like going shopping, but I do like going to stores to look at vintage stuff. When I walked around in SF, ooh, it got dusty. I found these opera glasses, and you push this right here, and it opens up. And it says Fidelity right here. And right above here, there's an adjusting wheel, which I found doesn't really do that much, but it just makes you feel cool by twisting it. Mwah! Hope y'all learned a fact or two, not just about me, but about other facts of life. See you in tomorrow's daily vlog. And don't forget to eat a stick or two of celery.